Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down under the nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. And if it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very important. And not important to liberals, libertards, people who believe in God, people who like to smoke, people like to drink, people like DMT, marijuana, alcoholism, people who are just plain sensitive. These are just catering is not catering to the masses of asses. That's about 80% of you. All right? Because you don't know who I am. But of course, this is a very interesting video because this is my life, okay? And then there are those people who would just make biased remarks because they're emotional without asking any questions. So this video is about me and my schizophrenia and me being a father. How is it like? How can I deal with it? Okay, since I've been alone most of my life, like so far 80% of my life. Okay, I have managed this schizophrenia, affective individual as myself, and I try my best to focus on just getting to the point. That's why my videos are under 10 minutes. My schizophrenia started when I was 7 years old, about 7 years old. So I will tell you how it starts. I think it's a genetic thing because my mom most likely probably has it because she's quiet. She never really talks, okay? But I almost chopped off my stepdad's head because he was abusive towards me, okay? And I usually stayed in the house. So I consider myself Jesus because I don't really have sins. I never went outside. I didn't socialize with people. I didn't use drugs. I didn't do anything what everybody else did. So I stayed away from people. That's it. That's my life when it started, okay? So what I tried to do is educate myself by locking myself off in the library. I really hated school. This is when I was really young. And so as I was growing up, I was trying to get girlfriends because I was in my beta blue pill mode. You know that blue pill is innocence. Blue pill represents innocence and ignorance. Blue pill represents ignorance and innocence. Okay, so I was going around with my head cut off. I got injured because these are dentures I have. Okay, I had periodontals, halitosis and stuff because my mom didn't take care of my teeth and stuff because I was really, most likely, I was the oldest of my 7 brothers and sisters, okay? But I was neglected the most, okay? I usually stayed away, and usually my mom would abuse me sometimes when I asked questions. I get popped in the mouth or saying something by accident, but she didn't understand my psychosis, so I didn't go to a special ed class or anything like that, but I was a very bright child when I was younger at one point. But I really I started disliking school too much because it was like I couldn't understand them. It was like lots of concentration problems. But my mom didn't understand me, nor did she really care. Okay, but of course, every mother cares to some small degree. But as I didn't kill my stepdad with this machete one day in the dark, a voice came to me and said, "Don't do this because you'll be in the dark." Everyone's schizophrenia is different. Some people get really emotional at times. Some people get more empathetic. Some people get really sensitive. Some people get more paranoid because I'm like about 70% paranoid. I don't really like hanging around people. I don't like it because you have to understand that humans are very fickle individuals, very seasonal, and very uneducated as well. So when you tell people that their religion is you're being delusional and you even show facts, they'll look at you like you're delusional because you actually hear the Holy Spirit. You hear a voice talking to you. But they don't understand that. They don't understand that there's many Jesuses in the world and many prophets. They don't believe in that. So they become delusional, which is beside the topic. But as I heard the voice told me many things. And I'm telling you what it's telling me, that I'm God and you are God too. So I'm not trying to be selfish or delusional, okay, by saying I'm just God and you're not God. But everything around you is the essence of God. God is everything and everything in between and everything, something, nothing. Okay, He's everything. That's what they told me. Okay, but we are living in these bodies, these avatars. Okay, which is temporary. And if you do your research on reincarnation, you'll understand everything I'm saying is true and scientific. So I don't really, there's a lot of well-known individuals who had schizophrenia, such as Einstein, okay, um, what's his name, Abraham Lincoln, okay, there was John Dee, okay, there's Mark Twain, okay, there's a lot of individuals who had schizophrenia. But of course, there's different levels of it. Either you can control it or you cannot. I can't control my schizophrenia 100% of the time because sometimes they bother me. It's an audio thing, okay? And it messes with my empathy side. So me, I'm not really prone to caring for mostly humans in the world, okay? But I do care about my daughters, and not to harm them, because what the voices tell me is that if you harm someone, karma is coming. Okay, so I don't want no karma. But what they do tell me is that they will get you before you get me. Okay, so I don't have to worry about anything. Whatever happened to my dad, what they told me, things happened before my dad happened. I did not believe the voices. I did not believe them. But of course, I did not lay down that blade upon my stepdad, who caused me a lot of suffering. But when they told me he will be cut in half, I did not believe that until it did actually happen. I'm not saying I'm a psychic or anything. It's just they just tell me shit. Same thing with my ex-wife. She saw my magical abilities, and I'm not being delusional. I said I wanted the chicken place built, and that motherfucker was built around the corner in a few days. I said I wanted the lights to be built. I said the lights was being built. There was even a house that fell down on this guy named Tesfaye in Ethiopia. This happened in Ethiopia. Lots of times I would say stuff and it would just come to light. So I have to be careful what I say. The whole Ethiopia is fucked up because of me. COVID happened because of me in 2019. Okay, you don't believe me? Okay, then you should stay away from me. Okay, you doubt me? Okay, you want to put spells? Okay, this is the thing that they protect me from. Okay, so I don't really have to worry. But those people who don't know me is usually the ones that's going to be cursed the worst through ignorance, okay? And that's why I don't really make my videos catering to the masses, because they're emotional. But it's not my fault, okay? You can ask for forgiveness and say sorry because you can understand me now, but it'll be too late, because then your dogs will die, your children will die, and I'm not responsible for the demon coming after your house. I'm not doing that, babies. All right? But having schizophrenia can be a very difficult thing because it's hard to concentrate. It's like, you think about one thing and then it go off to something else because the voices is telling you shouldn't think this way, and then another voice will interfere. But I usually hear three main voices. These three main voices are the Jesus type, the Socrates type, and the devil. The devil, I can't really listen to too much because it tells me to do voodoo and magic spells and all that stuff. But then I said, you go after them. If you're the dark one, you go after them. You don't want nothing to happen to me because my life is more interesting than most people's, right? So I'm indigo schizo. Okay, that's the word I created. But you may see it somewhere on the internet, though. There's terminologies and words I make up. But I don't get it off the internet. I'm not pseudo at all, okay? I can't stand when people try to belittle you or try to use fancy words, okay, complex words to belittle you, but you don't know what the word mean. I can't stand people like that. I'll usually look it up. I do my research, so I'm not delusional nor pseudo, okay, all right? Because I love psychology. I went to school for it. I graduated, and I even got some degrees, goddammit. I did a lot of things in my past that other guys can't do, so I put myself on the cream of the crop as being the only alpha on the internet, even though I'm schizo, okay? But I don't harm anybody. I don't cause nobody no harm. I just cause people harm indirectly, you want to say. Yeah, it's indirect, okay? But other than that, being was a father, okay, for the first time when I was 31, when I lost my virginity about 31 years old, people would call me names like incel, but they don't understand what that means. People call me dangerous, and they don't understand what schizophrenia is. And I'm like, that's just how people are, okay? I let them think what they want to think. But me, when I have children, when I have my two daughters with me and stuff like that, they are completely safe. They understand that I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. And my daughters always laugh. But the problem lies is if people try to hurt me or try to threaten my life, then I have to go there and see what they're about, okay? Because the people who likes to make threats upon my life, they usually are just mostly pussies. I can't stand people with guns, though, okay? Because they're the biggest pussies. But other than that, 9 times out of 10, it's like everything is fine and hanky-danky. I usually have my daughters by about 40%. I'm about to get 50%, okay? Because my wife is kind of like selfish and greedy. Because I'm Jesus. I don't do sins. I'm not narcissist when I say that. I don't do sins. I don't want the karma. I tell people what's going to happen in advance. And people call me a psychopath. And I say, okay, let me see. Is there a good such thing as a good psychopath? Then I guess I'm a good psychopath. Because at least I told you what's going to happen. Okay. At least I warned you. And I gave you red lines. And that don't mean I'm a bad guy when I'm trying to control my and protect my ass. Okay, controlling people and doing things through a manipulative fashion in a good way is good. It's not bad. When you go to your job, you're being manipulated to work for them. Okay, that's how it is. Everything's being manipulated. But being a father is a blessing to me. But at the same time, it can also be a curse because I have two daughters, and I really did not want two daughters. Okay, because I'm predicting that they may go against me. I think I was cursed by this female, last bitch I was fucking with. Okay, she was like, I hope you have daughters. I said, because I used to babysit a lot of women's children in the past. Okay, and then I learned the follies of most women when they babysit, and I would tell them things that they shouldn't be doing, because when you have sons and daughters, you got to be careful not to teach them certain things from the media. They don't listen. And I'm very protective. I'm very good with kids. I've always been told this by women. Okay, I said, you are great with kids. I want you to watch my kids, but you gotta pay. I don't do shit for free, babies. Okay, sorry. And now these days, women don't got no money to pay. But when they get a load of me, okay, wait until they get a load of me, then they be respecting me. That's when I gotta talk to them personally. But that's the past. I don't do that shit. Because I got my own daughters and shit. So now I gotta think about my safety and my health and stuff, my mental well-being and stuff. But when you have schizophrenia, depending on your type of schizophrenia, you're gonna have to make sure you take your medications at the right times. I never have to take my medications when I'm around people or when I'm around anybody, okay? It's just at certain times. It will be at the right time. It will always be at the right time, okay? And if they're messing with me while I am around people, I just keep quiet and just sit there and think. Okay, I can't take any medication at that time because it's drowsy. It will make you drowsy. And there's also some side effects to it, though. But being a father and having schizophrenia is a very interesting life indeed. I am a sadist and a Satanist, so I really don't protrude to cater towards the weak-minded, okay? Because when people hear the word Satanist, they think, oh, he worships Satan. No, that's not the truth. Just look it up and you'll find out what the true definition of Satanism is, all right? It means don't tread on me. It means this is my law in my life. This is my universe. The world revolves around me because I'm the center of this universe. I am the center. Okay, you want to think it that way. Now, some people may like, you being a narcissist. No, you're not. Okay, the world revolves around me. I'm looking outside now. I'm not thinking about you because you're outside of me. Not being ignorant, not being selfish. You're just outside my circle here. But to be a parent makes my life much more interesting. I try to do my research though, because there's a lot of imbeciles out there who like to lie and say they have certain illnesses, and I try to find out psychologically if they are or not, because some people use the system, okay, and that's sad. That's just how it works. Some people take advantage of the system now. I wish there was some sort of surefire way, okay. But I've talked to a lot of people in my life, and sometimes people ask me questions like, how does it feel and stuff like that, and then I ask them questions, and then sometimes I think they're just lying and just trying to use the system like a lot of women do when they become a public charge, okay, and that's a mental illness as well, okay. So I try to do myself. I try to do all of the things as possible, and sometimes I may sound incoherent sometimes, but this comes with the territory. But if you know me, you know I'm a great person to actually join my Patreon. Okay, I have plenty of skills that a lot of people don't know about. I'm an artist. I'm a drafter and designer. Okay, I'm a sports individual. I'm a counselor. I'm a traveler. I got videos all over the place. But other than that, since people don't know me, they usually would jump to conclusions, and that's a sad thing because they get themselves cursed, and I'm not responsible for that. Their lives might probably are miserable anyway, okay? But to be a father is a blessing. But I have two daughters, like I said before, and all because I started hearing the voices when I was 7 years old. I basically just listen to them. I just don't do anything bad with the dark one be telling me what to do. And that's just how it is. Okay? You see me with my kids lovingly and caringly because I have experience with kids before. I'm actually an expert when it comes to kids. Okay, believe me or not, you believe it, like Naruto. Okay, but I'm 47, man. I be looking like I'm 20 something on the court. Okay, because I take care of my health. You know, look at that. Look at that. You don't you want some? No, I'm not trying to be conceited. That's who I am. God damn it. But other than that, if you do have schizophrenia, you should contact me because I like to help people who can't control their schizophrenia. Okay, you know, if you can't control it, you should come to talk to me. You should always talk to like-minded individuals, people who can understand you, people who can actually communicate with. Okay, I do a services for that too now here. I do have a Patreon. Please check my credentials down below before you guys start getting out of hand. Okay, all right? Because I know there's some people out there, oh, he's a crazy man. He's like, yeah, I'm crazy to you, bitch. Crazy to you, okay? You don't know me, okay? But anyway, that's all I really got to say. Being a father and having schizophrenia is pretty interesting to me. Now, to someone else, it may be they need more medication. I only need to take one medication, okay? That's it for me. I have my therapist, and when I have the time to talk to them, I'm my own therapist. Okay, I talk to them, they talk to me. Okay, but other than that, everything is fine. Everything is goddamn fine with me. I'm okay. What else is there to say about my schizophrenia? My schizophrenia is usually audio. Okay, I don't see delusions or visions or anything like that. But when I was younger, I used to have tons of fucking dreams of demons and monsters attacking me. But I kind of missed those dreams, those scary dreams. But I think the lesson of me when I was a child, I'm having those dreams, okay, they was teaching me how to stop being fearful. Because I was being afraid of everything, man. When my stepdad and my mom be acting kind of strange and stuff, they didn't show me no affection like that. But don't feel sorry for me. I don't like pity. Okay, and so what happens is that I had to self-teach myself, like Dr. Sebi and Jack LaLanne and shit like that, because I do my research. And then a lot of thugs came to me and asked me for help in their classes and shit. My teeth was fucked up, but I was pulling women left and right, but they wouldn't let me fuck them, okay? But once I got my teeth fixed and all that, I got my teeth fixed when I was pretty late, though. So my mom could have did that. She could have got my teeth fixed. My teeth was fucked up really bad. That's probably why I didn't get no pussy at that time. But I'm glad I didn't get no pussy, because I had OCD with that shit anyway. Because I used to watch porn and shit, and then I was like, is this the nastiest shit I've seen? Okay, where guys be spitting on the pussy and shit, and the pussy's just used. Okay, that's nasty. And then the pimps told me not to touch this and not to do that, and don't fuck this. And I'm like, okay, I would never be a simp in my life. Never fucked a used vagina. Played with it, inspected it. Slapped it a couple times with certain items. But I'm a nasty motherfucker pervert. Every man is a pervert. I wish you would, motherfucker. And there'll be a lot of women out there who perverts too. But they're more likely to be a goddamn prostitute than a pervert, though. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Other than that, I do a lot of things for women and men and everything in between. Because I'm eccentric. Okay? I do things my way. Now, there'll be some people who be calling me things, but they don't. They only give me energy, negative energy, positive energy. Negative energy is transformed into positive energy with me. You understand that shit? Well, I've been talking for like 20 minutes. So being a father is a great thing. It's pretty interesting. I believe that if something happens to me, the world will be hit by a meteor if I die. It's a sad, sad thing. I don't know why they tell me that. Socrates always tells me, hey, you know, if something happens to you and the planet will be destroyed, okay, it will be like, oh, what the fuck does that mean? But I gotta live as long as I can or some shit like that. I don't know what that means. And the Jesus one says, hey, we can stop time, we can reverse time. Well, people believe in Jesus all the time, but they really are liars and hypocrites. Most people are liars and hypocrites when it comes to religion. But other than that, that's all I'm really gonna say. What's it like to be having schizophrenia, schizoaffective, and being a father? It is a great thing. It's a great thing because I'm always occupied and I'm never bored with myself. Because no one else can be like you. And no one else can be like me. It's just my life is probably a little bit more interesting. Okay? Alright? Traveled to Ethiopia and the Gambia. And it has some beta males try to call me a pedophile sometimes, or wicked, or something devious, but that's okay, okay? I'm okay. I'll still go out there and whip some ass if you want to see it, okay? I told you I trained Mayweather in my dreams. I can fight like 5 people at once, as long as they're not too big, and they try to do wrestling moves on me and shit. But anyway, to each his own. I love you all, but I hate the many of you. And I love animals more than humans. That's the strange thing. My empathy and emotion goes straightly for animals, okay, and for children that are just innocent, okay. I like to have to protect them. I have to protect them. Once they snap out of that young age, then they're on their own. They're on their own. If I can't control something as an alpha male, okay, then I gotta get rid of it. Okay, that's just how it is with alphas. And a lot of guys on the internet are not alphas, okay? From where I come from, you ain't no alpha, dog. You a simp. You a beta alpha simp, or you a beta simp, or you a cuck, or you a trick. But you don't know me. I already told you this, guys. You're young. All you millennials coming up with your videos, looking for validity. You're looking for validation. I don't do that shit. That's a waste of time. But anyway, I didn't been talking too much. I've been talking enough. It's about 20 minutes, okay? I ain't breaking no laws, and I ain't trying to hurt nobody. That's what it's like to have schizophrenia. You get distracted sometimes. Sometimes you don't get in the mood, okay? Okay, schizoaffective individuals are kind of like a small portion of it is bipolar. Like the mood switch sometimes, and you're paranoid. So you can't go out with other people because you're too special. Okay, you're not gonna be able. You're more likely to be indigo if you're schizo. Okay, or a mixed breed of Asperger's syndrome. Okay, you're gonna be on the left side. Yeah, I know about it. Okay. But those things change. That MMI, that test, and those psychological evaluations and meanings and definitions, they all change at times, okay? But anyway, you guys take it easy, okay? I love you all, but I hate the many of you because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.